And it's great to be sitting here talking about the second Recruitment Index survey. We've had 50% more respondents this year than last year, which is absolutely great. And with some more detailed questions in this survey than last year, we've had some really great insights. A couple of key findings. You won't be surprised, growth is a key finding. 70% of our respondents last year indicated that they were growing, and again this year 70% of respondents said they were growing. Some of those companies growing at double-digit rates. Also, global footprint, really key finding is the expansion of those businesses that have overseas offices, really expanding overseas and opening more offices. I think it's quite an interesting point, one I get asked about a lot. What do you think about those two key findings and the impact on the sector?
I think that most of the APSCO members are talking about growth at the moment, and they're certainly feeling that. I think last year there was a view that growth was coming, but people weren't sure whether it's going to last. And I would say that the growth that people are seeing at the moment feels more confident. It feels that it has a basis, and that's definitely expanding. From an international point of view, it's interesting. Once you take that leap to start opening international businesses. And if you remember last year, we found that people did an awful lot more business, 5 times the amount of revenue build if you actually opened overseas rather than actually just doing business from the UK at that location. That once you start opening those offices, you feel more confident to open more. So the majority of the growth we're seeing is about the internationalisation of recruitment businesses. And I think that's very interesting. What we do see, Katie, actually, is if we look at the priorities that businesses are having, that they're based around, and this is a change from last year, it's sort of moving up the list, actually, is that worry about whether the recruitment companies have the talent inside their business to manage that level of growth. So the key issues seem to be looking for the right people, actually sourcing talent, keeping talent, and making sure that the management team have a level of sophistication to manage different age groups of talent, different types of talent, and often nowadays, of course, talent based in different geographical locations.
Well, that's an interesting point, because one of the survey results is that flexible working has actually come quite high up the agenda now in terms of what employees are after when they're looking for work, particularly in recruitment companies. So it's actually a very pertinent point.
I think that's come about, and I think it's a long time coming, that's come about looking again to really update the offering that recruitment companies have to their staff. And in the old days of lots of money and commission checks and vast company cars or whatever else it may be, has changed, that you've got the millennials coming in, they're asking for different things. And it looks to me as though recruitment companies are starting to offer that. I think there's another trend here, and the trend is about trying to keep and engage good women in your business. It doesn't always mean offering flexibility to those women about working hours, but if you can have that in a portfolio of benefits, you've got more chance of keeping those good women in beyond the 3 or 5 year stay that they tend to stay at the moment. Yeah,
very interesting. And look, this year, with the additional questions that we've asked and the information we've got back, one of the questions that I was asked time and time again last year is, okay, these are the averages, but what does best in class look like? So this year we have been able to look at best in class across growth, productivity, and margins, and so hopefully that will provide some real interest to your members.
I have no doubt about that. We are a highly competitive industry, and we want to see what best in class looks like, because I think you'll find that most of the recruitment companies don't want to be better than the average, they want to be best in class, and I think that adds a real value to them.
Well, look, the survey, I hope, does provide members with really great insight to help them with their business decisions, looking at their strategy, and really to help them drive future success.
I think it will make a big difference. Thank you again to Deloitte for doing this with us.
Thanks, Anne.